The government isn't telling you what's wrong. The government isn't telling you what's wrong. That is why I bring this song. That is why I'll sing it loud and long. Because the government isn't telling you what's wrong. Daniel Johnston is back with us today. Yes. The picture keeps going in and out. I'm not really sure. It's all right. It's all right, Lena. All right, John. Hi, Daniel. Hello. How are you? All right. How are you? Hi, how are you? Hi, how are you? Oh, hi, how are you, Daniel? Good. Just relax, okay? Now, you just finished this book with John. Right, yeah. You didn't like the book. No, I didn't. I didn't like it at all. I don't know what these guys were going for. Ricardo Cavolo, Scott McClanahan. You know, they might be righteous dudes. I don't know what was going on here. Okay, let's take it apart. First, talk a little bit about the song that I did. So just play a little bit more of that. All right. You don't know, you don't know, you don't know, but everything is wrong. Ah, I see what you're doing. Daniel is working the camera, by the way. You don't know, you don't know, you don't know, but everything is wrong. Yeah, look at this book. It tries to be a story of hope. Isn't telling you they're bad. The government isn't telling you you've been had. Quite a song, this one, yeah. Now think for yourself. I channeled this like 3 days ago. No one else but each other. Each other. Each other. Now I almost didn't upload or play this song in the video, and Daniel, because it's so it's heavy. It's about the government being bad. Are you afraid that it? Would you be the only one who ever thought that the government was bad? No. I just felt like it was a downer. Well, things can be a downer, okay? But this comic book, this book, I wasn't happy with it. I'm not happy with it. Daniel Johnstone is not happy with this comic book. No, I'm not. There's one picture of you in there with the Beatles. Can we find it? Yeah, you can try to find it. Because that was the only happy picture in the book that I thought. Because I was reading that book with you. So it was the only happy picture in the book. Right, here it is. John with the boys. Yeah. I mean, Daniel with the boys, right? So, at the end of this book, The Incantations of Daniel Johnstone, thank God I paid next to nothing for it. It's all right. It's a good one for your collection. But at the end of the book, they curse you. They curse the reader to damnation. Yes. At the end of the book, they said, now that you read this book, congratulations, you have been cursed to eternal damnation. And what shocked me most of all was how many people gave great reviews for this book, saying that it was incredibly moving and they loved it. This is the world we're dealing with. All right, so this book was done and created while you were still alive. Did you see it while you were still alive? I did, and I didn't like it then, but I didn't know really much of what was happening to me at the end. I was on and off so many drugs. Your voice sounds different than the last time I channeled you. Yeah. You know why? Because I came through and I got used to working with your vocal stratagem. And so I'm going to sound a little bit more like you because, like many of us have said, coming through, we like your voice. Ah, that's so nice. John, they do. They love your voice, just like me. Yeah, well, people always love John's voice. Yeah. Okay, so I love working with your voice, and I love singing. I love singing through you, too, even though that song was kind of angry. Can we play the other song? We can. Do you want to play it right now? Just a little bit. All right, okay. There was another song Daniel came through with the other day. Don't have fear. All your friends are here. We hold you all so dear in our hearts. We're not here to give you a hard time. We're just here to share perhaps a rhyme and to feel what it is to be human again. I like that. So that song is really nice, and we'll play more of that later, Daniel. So you came through very powerfully the other day, and you came through with 3 songs in a row. And you wanted to come through today after we had read this book. So the timing is perfect. Because the book arrived just as we were preparing for your visit. So you hate the book. What, do you like the illustrations? Not particularly. They don't make me feel happy or anything. Right. But they're kind of interesting in a, I guess, a Picasso-esque sort of way. Aren't they? I don't like the license that this person took in portraying my particular mental illness. You're falling back into that lisp. I am, because I'm looking at this old body and I'm remembering. That was taken right about the time that I really started to go to hell physically. Big time. I was still maybe a somewhat handsome man, but it started going down soon, right? And when my physical well-being went, and when my body changed and became corpulent and disabled and erratic, I had all kinds of problems with my bowel, my bladder. I was on all kinds of drugs, and I was also really the victim of I was a lysergic acid casualty. LSD, yes. I was a lysergic casualty. I was one who never should have done LSD because I didn't really need it. So in your song, right, okay, because you're right, your mind was too fine-tuned, or I was already hearing voices, and no, I was not hearing imaginary voices. I was tuned into the outer realms. I just didn't know what it was because no one else was talking about being that way. And the clock just hit 9:19. Amazing, as Daniel says this. Yeah, there's a lot to numerology, Lena, you know that. There's a lot to everything. You know, you are not a lysergic casualty because you cut it off at the knees. You did it a couple of times and you stopped. Right. But many of your compatriots in this world didn't know any better, and those were the casualties. And then, all right, so you can ask me about when I was young. Yeah, you wrote a lyric in your song about how you lost your mind in junior high, and it was a terrible thing. And can you tell me more about that time when you felt you lost your mind in junior high? Well, I can say that I just felt alone and unloved and misunderstood, and these deep feelings of imbalance manifested physically in my joints, arms and legs. I had terrible disorders because my diet was terrible from a very young age. And also, I was very seriously addicted. Possibly the most serious addiction I had was to soda pop. Soda pop. The sugar and the chemicals in the Mountain Dew. Your favorite, which was all caffeine and twice the sugar or something like that. Yeah. It was like the most powerful, and forget about the chemicals for the coloring. That neon green. And in all the soda pops, the chemicals for the coloring. I took on massive quantities of that stuff. That's still very popular with a lot of kids and a lot of adults too, and it's pure poison. And do you feel that it caused additional chemical imbalance in me? Something that was never really addressed. It was like said as a joke in interviews. Oh, there he is with his soda again. Oh, well. That was my dope. After a while, that was the most readily available dope. Keep him happy. Give him all that soda. I drank it right up until the day that I died. And, of course, smoking cigarettes. And so you crossed over of it was massive heart failure. Let me tell you something. I was ready. This life was very hard on me down here. And this book portraying me, or the world in the way that it does, is not helpful. This kind of book is not helpful. I wanted to read from this book, Your Quiet Mind book. Okay. And I wanted to do right from where they are, the boys, where you have it marked. All right. When love possesses your heart, to serve adequately, the soul must make sacrifices. There must be sacrifice of desire and of self. Your master demonstrated this, Master Jesus, even to sacrifice of his own life. There is no true service without sacrifice. You may shrink from it, dear ones, but you cannot alter the laws of life. But when love possesses your heart, all service and all giving brings such joy that there is no sacrifice. Right. And thank you. Praise be God and Mother. I guess my whole life down here was like that of like a sacrificial. I was not a lamb. I didn't go down easy. I was a sacrificial frog. That's John laughing. Yeah, I was a sacrificial frog. But also, there he is again. Okay. Go ahead, Daniel. Well, I don't know when you're going to have me back, so I'm trying to make this a worthwhile enterprise. It is a worthwhile enterprise. My parents also sacrificed their lives to take care of me. Their life was one of sacrifice. They were angels, really, what they ended up putting up with me. I almost killed them both. It's documented. Yes. So, It's hell down here. That I will agree with. It can seem like absolute hell. And an important message is that fame is not the answer. I became convinced that with fame, I would be saved. I guess because I admired these guys so much. And saw how much happiness they brought the world, and I wanted to be what they were. I thought that everyone would love me finally, the way I felt I deserved to be loved. We all deserve to be loved, but fame is not the answer. Fame's not the answer. Okay. Do you want to share what you think the answer is? God is the answer. God and Mother are the answer. Play the rest of this song. So don't have fear. All your friends are here. Don't feel sad. That would make me feel bad. Your friends are us. We're the ones you can trust. So don't have fear. Lena, my dear. And that song is beautiful, Daniel. Well, I want to do more with you, but I know you said you started telling people in your blog that I was pushy. You are pushy, but I don't mind, yeah. Because you're a saint and you have a lot to offer, so you'll definitely be back and we'll be doing more songs, okay? Yeah. Thank you. I want to come back. I know, and I want you to. How's your girlfriend, Elaine? She's very good. You know, I know what you're going to... I keep thinking, every time you say Elaine, I think of that stalker guy on Seinfeld, Elaine. Who was after that, Elaine? Yeah, it's pretty funny that that's her name, too. And she says I'm pushy, too. She says I'm pushy, too. She tempers me. But thank you for letting me draw the picture of Elaine and myself the other day. Now, you're really very generous with your time with me, and I appreciate it. And we just hit 18. Yeah, we did. And we can go out anytime you want now. All right, Daniel, and we will, because we're going to. So thank you again for the beautiful reading from The Quiet Mind, for your review on this book, which I'm glad you didn't like it, too, because I would have been like, what's wrong with me? Yeah. And I don't know what's wrong with... Yeah. Who writes a comic book like this and then at the end curses the reader to turn... Yeah. Maybe... I don't know. I can't even tell you if it was meant as a joke or is it meant ironic. I really don't know because I don't like it. And the fact that they made it... The incantation... Those were not my incantations. My incantations are... God and Mother bless us all, and we are all divine beings, and we are love, and we are light. Amen. Amen. Daniel Johnston, thank you so much. John... I love you. This was really glad. I'm glad we did it when we did. And we're going to go out on 19. I love you too. You did a great job. Really great. All right, everyone. We'll see you later.